So I spent the weekend working, watching, trying to listen, and thinking about the circumstances we're in. And I'm wondering, thinking about to myself, why are people so confused about the issues right now? And how can some people say, well, yes, Dr. Fauci said wear a mask, and the World Health Organization last month said don't wear a mask. And so there's just a morass of chaos and confusion. And I found a nice little story that I will share with you that illustrates this point very well. So we're going to go over to the Gateway Pundit first. Michelle Malkin attacked by Antifa and Black Lives Matter thugs at Denver Back to the Blue rally. Sends Law and Order SOS to President Trump. So if you don't know who Michelle Malkin is, they call her a leading conservative activist and entrepreneur, but I would say she's more than that. She's a former journalist. She got into some filmmaking. She made an amazing documentary called Rocky Mountain Heist, where she details how Colorado was turned from a conservative political state to a so-called blue state. And she details the people, the money, the transactions, basically the process of how they did it. And so she wanted to come out and support the police. This rally, Back the Blue rally, has been around. This is, I think, year 6 or 7. Forgive me for not knowing that. But they get a permit. They go to the park. They talk about how to support the wives of fallen officers, the children, law and order in general. I haven't been to it, but that's the gist from what I can gather. So if you read the Gateway Pundit, you see that story. If you read the Sun Times, you get a similar story. They don't really talk about Michelle Malkin, but the Back the Blue and the BLM protesters spar. So of course, if it leads, it bleeds. Defund DPD right there. No pro whatever. And they show some violence and people like that, and they talk about the story a little bit, and she's got to be trustworthy, and he's got to not be. Don't know what color. Oh, he's a white guy, but this guy's not trustworthy either because he's got the mask and stuff on. And this video is not a comment on police, so those comments we don't need right now. If you want to, of course, do, because I love your comments. But Black Lives Matter reflected in the sunglasses of this is not a police officer. They don't wear their helmet strap up on their head. This is Antifa Bozo, clearly with the mask that doesn't do anything. But I digress. And of course, we have to show a burnt sign. But anyway, you at least get some coverage. So I thought that was kind of interesting. And then we go over to a local channel, thedenverchannel.com. Black Lives Matter supporters crash pro-police rally at Civic Center Park, bringing it to an end. So when I first read that, police use pepper spray to disperse crowd. I kind of see it as they brought it to an end, so good for them, because it was, why would we want to support the police? Heaven forbid. And they probably got some other pictures. A video. We're not doing the video. They're stupid. Let's go back to this thing. Whatever. So Black Lives supporters verbally and in some instances physically clashed with law enforcement supporters during a set of dueling rallies. Dueling rallies, right there. Not true. There was a permit given to the police people. These people just showed up, and so they pepper sprayed them, and they got in trouble for pepper spraying. The counter protesters saying they're trying to end racism and the use of excessive force among police. Well, probably not, because that's not how you do it. You give police a reason not to be violent, as opposed to training them with the IDF for 15 years. But you got to look that up on your own, because I'm not doing that one right now. Local news, Channel 4, violence breaks out as protests disrupt pro-police rally in Denver. That's probably more accurate. So, because there was a pro-police rally, and they did disrupt it, and the rally again was permitted. Not that that's everything, but it kind of means something. So they took over the stage and were met with resistance. And here they're going to try to play another video. If we wanted your videos, we would go to the YouTubes. Don't you guys get that yet? Sorry, that was a little side commentary.
Another weekend of demonstrations.
Come on. There we go.
Appreciation.
Oh, sorry about that. Protesters met with resistance, a little bit of violence. Bandage wrapped around the head. Some guy hit me with a skateboard, something across the face. We don't agree with police because they behave in a racist manner. Like 40%, probably 50% of Denver's cops are black. So they're not. It's not racism, guys. It's statism, and you're not getting it. You dummies who think it's racism are going to get more statism and more violence. So please, if you know any BLM people, tell them to look that up. And if you are any BLM people, give me some comments. It's hilarious. I'd like to have an exchange with you and maybe even do a live stream with you just to see what's in your little mind. So we'll go to the last local channel. Thanks for bearing with me. This is longer than I expected. Here's the 9 News. 9 News, 9 wants to know. They want to know everything. But let's see if we can find the story. So Mayor Hancock reports sheriff. Colorado teen got a tuna. Business owners create your free custom video to let people know you're open. Bear tranquilized. Colorado's face mask order. Comet. Taco Bell. Oh, there's no more stories. Featured. Okay, it's got to be down here, right? Coronavirus numbers. National testing is a disgrace. Governor Pollock said on Meet the Press. Sorry. Another UK test. Nicki Minaj is pregnant. Guy, who would hit that? Sorry, that's a sideline. And that was not very nice, so I apologize. Canceled summer affairs. Red Rock schedule. Broncos camp, of course. Rockies. Yeah. Playing with a mask. Oh my gosh. Grass fire. Monsoon. Oh yeah, we get thunderstorms every day. It's not really monsoon. They lie. Man shot to death at Jefferson County home. Way down low. Golden police catch some crackheads stealing stuff. Why Black Lives Matter protest didn't lead to a spike in corona cases, but a certain racetrack who hosted a 4th of July event probably did. And then what else? Fatally shot. I think there's something about a Blue Lives or blue back to blue thing. Chuck and Willie's strip joint. 3 injured, 1 killed. Don't go to strip joints, men or women. It's not healthy. Sheriffs won't enforce the mask thing. Denver liquor store. Okay, so we get this story again. Oh, Denver law enforcement appreciation draws counter protest. So it drew the protest. It made them come. It didn't just happen. So that was way down on the page. One arrested after Denver law enforcement appreciation event draws counter protest. So it's their fault. Subliminally, that's what they're telling you. Be careful with language because they will trick your ass every time. They trick me all the time. I have to read things several times to get what they're trying to do to me. Group of counter-protesters were demonstrating at a law enforcement appreciation event. According to Facebook page, blah, blah, blah. Most of the law appreciation event clean up by 5 o'clock. We want to go make noise and make it impossible for them to have the fun, celebratory experience they wanted to have. Oh, that's nice. So you didn't want to teach them something or educate them on true racism. You just didn't want them to do what they wanted to do. So that is fascism. And Antifa and Black Lives Matter are fascists. And they're brown shirts for the bad people. And if you guys don't get that by now, I cannot help you. But if they start beating up our people and they start hurting cops, oh, isn't that cute? Marshmallow, that'd be cool, guy with a marshmallow. If they start beating up our cops and they start hurting innocent people, then we're done with you guys. So it's not a threat, it's just the truth. There'll be a point where you'll push it too far, like you always do. And you know how heavily armed the American public is. So I just caution everybody, take a step back, take a deep breath. Let's figure out the COVID thing. Again, I apologize this was so long, but I thought I had to illustrate something. Thumbs down it if you hate it. You can thumbs up it if you like it. But your comments are more important to me because that tells me what's in your mind. And I want to get in your mind. So that sounded creepy. All right. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.